Sanchez to stop harassing me, and what's at stake is my reputation and my home.
I am doing everything I can to keep peace and tranquility in our condo complex.
He's a homophobe and that he needs to get my name out of his mouth.
I am not a homophobe. There has been other gay people inside our complex, and I haven't had any problems with any of them. Manny is the one who's making this personal.
If Dr. Polo doesn't rule in my favor, I will be devastated. I'd be forced to move out of my home and start from scratch.
What I want Dr. Polo to say to him is to get out.
Gentlemen, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Very good. Manny, please state who is Robert Sanchez, why are you suing him, and what relief are you seeking from this
Dr. Polo.
case?
I'm here because Robert Sanchez is my neighbor of 5 years now. I've lived in this place for 5 years, and I've always paid rent on time. I've made good friends with my neighbor, and I've kept the place clean. But this guy has made it a living hell for me to live there. He has sent me 3 notices that have been posted on my wall saying that my music was playing too loud, which is a lie. And
You
he's
live in an
abusing-
apartment building?
Yes.
Correct. All right. Do you own this unit?
No, I'm renting.
You're renting the unit.
Yeah.
So you rent it from him? He's the owner of the unit you rent?
No, I rented from some man in New York.
Oh, you rent it from a man in New York who owns the unit where you live?
Yes.
Okay. He is your neighbor.
My downstairs neighbor.
So he lives below you.
Yes.
Now, you tell me that he's posting notices on your door?
Yeah.
Why? What authority does he have to do this?
He's part of the board of directors. And
Okay, of the homeowners association, I guess.
Yes, yes.
All right.
He's making things up. He has a problem with who I am. He has a problem with what I do. He has a problem with
He's
everything.
been living there for 5 years,
Wait a
and it
minute,
wasn't a problem.
Wait a minute. Let him finish, please. So what, you say that he has a problem with who you are?
Yes.
And who are you?
Yes, I'm a gay man. I'm an openly gay man. I'm an entertainer. I work at night. He's saying that I'm playing loud music past midnight, but that's impossible because I work at 1 a.m. So I'm not there past midnight. He's making things up. This man is a liar.
That's false.
Okay, so tell me all the things that have happened. He put 3 notices on your door.
That's just the official things. Other things have happened that haven't been on the record. I have evidence here that at one point he posted a bunch of notes on my wall.
That's not
It says,
me.
"Go away, queer. This isn't your home, homo." I appreciate the alliteration, but it's still not cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and all these post-its. And I don't know if this was him. I didn't see the person do this, but I do know that this man works in an office supply store.
Can you show me the official notices that
I
he
have them here.
posted on
He
your
doesn't
door?
have them. I have them here.
Let me see them. Come here, bring them.
3 notices.
Okay, take notice that you're in violation of Association Rule 104.32. Noise complaint. Music being played at disruptive volumes past 9 p.m.
That's the bylaws of our condo. I didn't make the bylaws. I
Is
am
this
part
a,
of the board.
not
is this a
disruptive
senior
volume.
But this is not.
apartment building?
No, obviously it's not a senior.
I mean, please,
Not a
9
senior.
p.m.
Exactly,
Even in
right?
campgrounds, after 11 p.m. In a campground, you know, you share with your neighbors in a very close setting.
Okay,
And
Dr.
it's
Polo.
after 11 p.m.
is-
What's up with the 9?
This is a place of residence where we do have children. There are families there. So, and I know because I have, my sister has a baby. So her baby likes to go to sleep at 8 o'clock. And if they have loud and disruptive music past 9 o'clock, the baby
But
can't
there
sleep.
is no disruptive music
Yeah.
going on. My music is low.
But then, and then again, you know, you're
It's constant.
the neighbor on the downstairs.
Yes.
I mean, you can hear more than perhaps other neighbors. I mean,
But
do we
I'm
have
sure I'm not
complaints
the
from other
only.
neighbors?
I'm
No,
sure I'm
all
not the
the
only
other
person.
neighbors are
I am
good.
not the only
He's the
person who's
only
done this.
one who
I'm not
can
the
hear
only
this
person
music.
So,
who's
so
heard
you're
and
telling me that you have a bunch of witnesses back there,
No,
or
I don't have a bunch
you
of
brought
witnesses
a
back there.
petition signed
In
by
fact,
the rest of the neighbors
I do
telling
not
you
have-
that this person
petition.
makes noise.
People don't
Another
want,
thing
they,
he's done
they
is
like him
he
because he
has
bakes
gone
cookies
around-
and stuff for them. He never baked me anything, but he bakes cookies
'Cause of
and
the
gives them to the
cookies?
neighbors and is all nice
They
to the
like
neighbors,
because of
inviting them.
cookies?
He's never once invited me to anything.
Are you jealous? Because
No, I could care
I
less.
think he's pretty jealous.
I-
There's
you
a
know what
lot
I
more
want?
going on that you see.
I just want peace.
No, I need to say something
I
about a
want
petition. This man has been going around to my neighbors and having them sign a petition saying that
Show it
he
to me.
wants me out.
Show it to me.
I have heard of it. I have someone
Show
who
me
has seen it.
the
Okay,
petition.
don't tell me
You have a
about
picture of it?
things of
That's
people.
unconstitutional.
You have a picture?
Have
Do
you
you
seen
have-
Raisin in the Sun?
do you have
Have you
a
seen Raisin in
picture?
the Sun?
Hello. It is obvious you guys don't like each other. I don't know really what's the undercurrent here happening. I don't get it.
I can't. It's not peaceful in my home anymore. I cannot sleep. I'm
It's
trying to
not
go back to
peaceful
school.
in my home.
He's
Did
constantly
you-
making
no, no,
noise.
no,
He's like
no,
dancing the
please.
cha-cha
Dancing the
upstairs.
cha-cha.
Whatever you're doing, I don't care. Whatever it is, it's disrupting me, the music. It's driving me crazy.
Did you bring me any evidence of how this drives you crazy?
How it drives me crazy. There's the complaints right there.
No, no, no. Listen,
There are
this
the
is
notices.
a paper that you wrote
Those are the
up,
notices.
that you created, that you
no-
signed, and that
tried-
you posted
okay,
in somebody's
well,
door. I mean, this is not
I-
evidence that this is happening.
When
Let
he
me
first
tell you,
made
I've
these
lived
noises,
in communities with neighbors, and I can tell when a neighbor is reasonable, and I can tell when a neighbor just doesn't like me, and it's going to create
I've been
all
reasonable.
kinds of problems.
Dr. Polo,
That's
I
this
have been
one.
reasonable. I have gone to his apartment. When I hear the noises, I've gone to his apartment, knocked on his door.
Interrupting me
and
while
say-
I'm getting ready. Look, Dr.
listen,
Polo,
first
I
of
don't
all,
have time for this man to
getting
be
re-
interrupting me. I work, I'm a professional entertainer, and I don't have time for this guy to be stopping me in the middle of me getting ready to tell me that my music's being too loud when my
Professional.
music is only playing in the bathroom on my iPhone.
Let me
How
tell
loud can
you
it
this.
be?
If your
How loud
music,
can it be?
there's
let
no
me
way.
tell you this. If your music was really very loud, he would have called the cops.
I did call the
cops
cops.
would have come to your
I
place.
did call the cops.
And do you have a police report?
I do not have a police report.
And then don't talk to me about calling the cops. I'm going to take a break. Don't tell me. If you don't have evidence, this is your word. I don't know you.
He
I
doesn't
don't
have
know
any
who you
evidence
are.
either.
I don't
He
know if
doesn't
you're
I don't have
credible.
evidence.
He's got nothing.
I don't
You
know
don't
if you're
wanna see
putting
my
a show
evidence.
for
He's
me.
got
This thing is not
nothing.
working for me today.
Look at him. He's got
and let
nothing.
me tell you
Mira, I
this.
don't have
no
nothing.
scribbled by a-
I'm going to take a break. When we come back, you're going to tell me what else has happened. And then you're going to reply and respond. And I want to know what's really happening here. Because I'm starting to smell something fishy and ugly. Okay? We'll be right back.
Why don't you tell her?
Don't tell him what to say.
Why don't you
This is
tell her
it.
how
This is
you would
incredible. The defendant
not
is
saying
telling the
anything.
plaintiff
You're
what
not
to say.
my
Tell him what to say.
You're not giving
You're
the whole
not my
story.
daddy.
Give the whole story.
Okay, we're back. Manny claims that this man has a vendetta against him. He is disturbed somehow by whom he is, what he does, and he says that he's received 3 notices, 3 warnings in his door, which have been presented by Robert. What else has happened? Because you showed me a picture of a car. What happened to your car?
This is my car. So let me tell
Alright.
you a story. I was coming home late from work, and I get out of my car, and this man sees me, and he gets horrified. He runs to his door, okay?
Uh-huh.
The
Why don't
next
you
day,
say? Why don't you tell him? Why don't you tell her
Don't
how you
tell
were
him
dressed?
what to say.
Why don't you
This is
tell
it.
her how
This is
you were
incredible.
dressed?
The
Because
you're
defendant
not
is
saying
telling the
anything. You're
plaintiff
not my
what to say. Tell
daddy.
him
Give
what
the
to
whole story.
say.
You're not giving
You're
the whole
not my
story.
daddy.
Give the whole story.
Robert, please, you'll tell me your side of the story.
I'll tell you what
There's a
happened.
side to everything, and then there's a truth. Go ahead.
he sees me, he gets horrified. The next day, I go to my
But
car.
horrified, why?
Well, because I wear costumes in my performance. And
You're like
he-
a drag queen?
I'm a drag queen, yeah. I
Okay,
write my own
perfect.
plays, I perform, and I have heavy makeup on. I think that day I
Alright.
was dressed like Maleficent or something.
Perfect,
And this guy
okay.
sees me, he gets scared. I guess he has a Sleeping Beauty thing. And the next day, I go to my car, and it says, "Get out," keyed on it, "Get out." And this man's car is right next to it. So who else could have done it?
Okay, wait. Did you call the police?
I did not.
Why? They vandalized your car and you don't call the police?
I didn't want to take the time. I had somewhere to go that morning. It was just like,
I didn't know who did
Please,
that. Somebody else did
stop
that
talking.
to him. It was
What
probably
else
somebody
has
else. He's scared.
happened?
okay, well, he also left these notes on my door. Another thing that happened is that there's a shared
You
conference
say
room.
it's him. He denies.
Not me.
Someone in the building. Apparently,
Somebody in the building. Okay.
Probably the same person
What
who keyed your
else?
car.
There's a shared conference room in our building.
All right.
And that's one of the biggest reasons why I moved in. It's a big space. It's enough space for me to rehearse with my friends, my company, to put on performances. I've been going to this place for the last 3 years, and then I find out that this man has been charging me and only me
Wrong.
$25.
Wrong. That-
For
Every
using that
time that I
shared
use
space.
it.
Wrong.
Every time that I use that shared space.
That's
and my
incorrect.
other neighbors get it for free. This girl had a birthday party
No.
there the other day, a
Dr.
baby
Polo,
shower.
The first time you rent it out, you get to rent it for free. Then afterwards, you have to pay $25
Did you
per
know
time
these
that you
rules?
use it.
Is he making them up as
I
he
knew
goes
these
along?
rules, but he doesn't
I wanna
enforce these
know.
rules with everybody. It's a double standard. It's only with me. These rules only apply to me, and that's the problem.
Again, show me
Okay.
proof of that. Show me proof
I
that
have
people
proof.
aren't paying.
I have a witness here who has that evidence and has told me that you
Okay.
haven't charged
We'll
her.
listen to that witness soon enough. So what are you seeking?
I'm seeking $5,000 in reparations. I want this man to apologize for what he's done, and I want him to get his name out of my name out of his mouth. Because all he does is talk about me to all these people on the board. He's spreading lies, saying that my music is out too late, that I'm a bad influence.
$5,000? Are you serious?
Listen to me. You've lived in this building for 5 years?
Yes.
And for 5 years, you've put up with this?
No.
No.
This
Listen,
is
he
just
was
started.
okay
When did
at the
this
beginning.
start? When did this behavior?
This all started when I started dressing up and going out. When I started getting my career going as a professional drag queen, this
In
man...
other words, when he realized that you were gay and that
Wrong.
this is
No,
your
incorrect.
job and your
when
employment.
it became a visible thing, it started bothering him.
We have had gay
Well,
tenants,
did you
residents. We've had before you,
Did
because
you
you know
bring
a world
pictures of
before
what
you
you
showed
look
up.
like when you
We've
go
had-
to work?
Oh, I have a few pictures. I gave some to production.
Okay, let me see a production, please. Okay. All right. Okay, good.
She's pretty, isn't she?
Yeah, she's pretty. And are you successful with what you do?
Oh,
Are
yes,
you good
ma'am.
at
I
it?
didn't bring a picture of Maleficent?
Excellent.
Just
No,
gonna
I didn't bring
crap
the
out of
Maleficent
everybody
one.
in the audience.
That one's actually like a very Bernadette Peters look. I wanted the curls.
Where's your
you
picture
know
of
what I mean?
Maleficent? Where's your picture? I don't see it there.
That one scared you, Robert.
Listen,
Are you
whoever
sensitive to
keyed his
Maleficent?
car was probably a parent who also got their kids scared the crap out of, and then they went ahead and keyed his
The
car.
parents
because he
love
was walking
me. The
around
parents
that
love
parking
me.
lot,
Robert, let me tell you this.
and it was.
Children don't get scared.
Oh,
of
trust me, they would have
Maleficent.
gotten scared of seeing him.
No,
Children
and I
need
know
to
you
see
don't have
people
any
like that.
evidence of scared children. I mean, it all comes out of your mouth, but it's not substantiated
I don't
with
have to have
anything
any evidence of scared
concrete.
children. I'm telling you, people, if he was walking around and kids saw that in the parking lot, I guarantee you they'd have nightmares.
When we return, it's your time to respond.
Thank
And
you.
I want to know,
Fine.
why are you a homophobe?
I am
What
not a
are you
homophobe.
so afraid of? What are you so insecure? Why are you
Not
so
a
scared of your neighbor? And why did this campaign of hate started? When it started,
campaign of
we'll be right back. What are you here to testify?
He has been using his power against him.
You have
Yes.
no basis.
Oh, yes, I do.
Hello, do not. What, you're trying to tamper the witness now? What is wrong with you? All right, so we're back. Manny is suing his neighbor, Robert. He wants $5,000 as damages. He's been receiving notes that are vulgar, discriminatory, prejudiced, offensive. And although Robert denies having written these notices, because of the pattern of behavior that's happening here, he suspects Robert is doing all of this. Now, you don't hide. You want him out, right?
Yes, I want him out completely. Yes, I want him out.
Why do you want him out?
I want him out because I don't have peace in my own home when he's getting ready, when
I
he's
don't have
rehearsing, when
Stop
he's doing all
saying
this.
to me that he
Just the
first he
fact-
rehearses in the common area room.
No, it's incorrect. He rehearses in his apartment. Ask him. He rehearses in his apartment.
I've had to start rehearsing in my apartment because this man charges me
Okay,
$25 every
Robert,
time.
how do you know he's rehearsing first?
Well, that's what he says he's doing. I don't know. All I hear
How
is
dare you go ask?
for hours.
Okay.
There's no peace at
This
all
is
in my
ridiculous.
apartment.
Let me tell you something. Have you called the owner of the
Yes, I
apartment?
have. I have reached out to him,
And?
and I even told his owner, I'm going to call the police on your tenant. I'm going to file an official complaint with the board because he does not he doesn't follow the bylaws. He doesn't follow the rules of our condo association.
And he lived there for 5 years.
It didn't start off that way. He started off
For
fine.
5 years.
He started off fine. This has been, I would say, within a little more than the last year that he's been starting. And I've
As
kind
soon
of let
as I
it
started
go.
getting
So
success.
And
tell
I
me,
have
what do
been
you
very
think happened to
patient.
this-
I've been very patient.
What happened with him? Tell me what happened to this good boy.
Listen, I'm not saying he's good boy, bad boy. I'm just saying he's a horrible neighbor. He doesn't take into
For 5
consideration.
years?
He,
Have you lived there
he's-
for 5 years?
I've lived there for 10 years.
And now he became a bad neighbor.
Yes,
All of a
since he's been
sudden.
doing this stuff and the rehearsing and all that, yeah.
No, there's got to
And the
be
music
something
and all that,
else.
yes.
No, there's got to be
I put
something
a
I don't
dress
know
on is a
what's
problem.
changed. I don't know when he started doing his whatever show, whatever stuff he's doing.
Let's bring the
consistently.
witness. Let's bring the witness. Because we're starting to go in circles. Your name is Amy. Amy.
Yes, yes.
And you're a neighbor in this apartment building?
I am a neighbor in this apartment. I have lived here for over 10 years.
What are you here to testify?
Yes, I am here today, Dr. Polo, because I want to support Manny Rosario. I have not only been living there for 10 years, I am also an owner of my apartment, and I was a former member of the Home Association. And I know how things work when you want to make trouble for somebody there.
Oh, I know it too.
And he has been using his power against him.
Why? What's the bottom line? What bothers
has
him
no
about
basis.
I
it?
believe, yes, I do.
You have
yes.
no basis.
Oh, yes, I do.
Hello, do not. What, are you trying to tamper the witness now? What is wrong with you?
Again, just trying to bring out the truth.
No, you. But
She's got no
You
basis.
wait for her
What?
to wait for her to testify. If you have any questions, I'll allow you.
right, go ahead.
Why not?
I have 3 children, and he has been babysitting my children for a long time. Not only me, but other neighbors as well. And my
Okay.
children absolutely adore him.
All
He
right.
absolutely, he helps us out and everything. He is the only one that hears noises, and he is the one that's been knocking on doors to neighbors to sign a petition in order to evict him, just because what he does for a living is not good enough.
It's offensive to him.
It's offensive to him.
Let me ask you a question.
To
Have you
you.
ever had your
To
kids?
you. People pay
Have you
good
ever had
money
your
for
kids
me,
see
honey.
him when he's dressed up like,
Yes, I
whatever?
have.
Are you deaf? Do you have hearing problems? I mean, she just said that he babysits
He
her
babysits
children.
him. Exactly. But now when he's dressed like driving Miss Daisy or whatever the hell he's
Driving
called
Miss
himself.
Daisy.
Dr. Polo, I'm more disrupted for the fact that he sometimes stops me in the hall while I'm with my kids to tell me things about Manny, and he's using foul language in front of my 8-year-old and my 4-year-old and my
So
3-year-old.
that's
That's-
definitely the worst
Exactly.
example.
Yes.
no
So
way.
you would say that he's defaming Manny,
There's no way I'm
He
defaming
is.
him.
He's definitely done it.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
okay? Naturally, thank God this is not affecting your job or any way because nobody really cares what Robert has
Dr.
to
Polo,
say.
one day I was coming to check my mail, and I saw him put a post-it that said, "Big, go away, homo." I
That's
think that's
incorrect.
more
So you
disruptive.
observed him?
Yes.
Okay, so now you're telling me she has an
I would-
eyesight problem.
I want you to.
Right?
She did not see that. What?
You did
That's
not
not a
see
post-it.
it.
First of all,
I
it's not a
know, this is
post-it.
crazy.
Okay.
This
but
is
second of
crazy.
all,
You're
second of all,
telling me
I
that
put
she
up-
didn't see it and she's telling me that
I
she
want
saw
you to,
it.
I want you to
Yes.
know that I also put up post-its to other tenants, okay, as a courtesy. When something's going on or they need a kind of friendly reminder, I put up post-its.
And that's why this was
I put up
obviously
Post-its.
you, because you
So
got so
what
many
she-
post-its in your house. You're the post-it queen.
The only queen here is you.
Yes, that's true.
When is the next election for the board of directors?
I think it's in 3-month runs.
in the homeowners
Catch me
association?
running.
3
Catch
years.
me
3
running
months.
for
How
board of
much?
directors.
No, you're not an owner. You can't participate.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to be
Yeah.
another election.
Yes. It's
All
coming
right.
in 3 months.
Right, well, if I'm so bad, why have I been elected for 3 years in a row?
I'm going to
Because you
take a
have nothing
break.
else to do.
When we come back, I am going to rule in this case. So he has a good rental agreement. He's kept it for 5 years. This guy has paid his rent, has lived there
about him?
peacefully, and you are the one trying to break that agreement. Okay, this is a squabble between neighbors. This young man had been living there for 5 years, never had a problem before until this man realized where his work was. And he has a vendetta campaign to try and get him out of there. He wants him to leave, evict. But he's a tenant. There's an owner to this apartment who lives in New York, who gets his rent, who has never complained. And I suppose that you have a contract, a rental agreement?
Definitely, yes.
And your rental is still going on?
Yes, of
You're
course.
within the time period? I don't have any evidence from the real
and
owner
the-
saying that you're
Exactly, the
failing
owner
to pay your
loves me.
rent?
That guy
his
loves me.
owner.
He's
I
gay
called
too.
his owner. I called his owner and told him about the issues with
And
the
he
noise.
told me
Wait a
about
minute,
that.
wait a minute.
music.
Let him talk
I
a little more
called his
because
owner.
the more he talks, the deeper he gets. Let him talk.
I called the landlord and I told him about the music and I told him about the dancing and,
And
the
what
whatever
did
he
he
was doing.
do?
And the owners, and I told him, listen, I'm gonna have to call him because he goes way
And what
past
did he do?
9 o'clock. And he said, go ahead. If he's creating a nuisance, if he's being a problem, go ahead. I said,
Go
I've
ahead and
talked
do
to him.
what?
I've got, go ahead and write those notices.
And what?
And nothing's happened.
This and toilet paper is the same thing.
And
you know
nothing's
that?
happened.
I mean, this one is a little harsher than toilet paper. But the effect of this, it's toilet paper.
again, with
I don't see
bylaws that
anybody
everybody
from the
agrees to,
board of
including
directors
him.
supporting you. You've presented
He's
no
the
evidence.
guy-
You know what
he
this
signed the
looks
bylaws
like?
just like
This
everybody else.
looks like discrimination,
He signed the bylaws like
prejudice,
everybody.
a bigot.
There's
The
no proof.
only neighbor who has come is
One
favoring.
neighbor who he bakes cookies for and babysits for.
Oh, and you think
And
that
they're
that's
good
enough to
cookies.
buy
I
somebody?
Those are
can
really
get you the
nice.
whole
Really?
flight to come.
For sure.
Really?
I
You
can
think
get you
that's
the whole
enough?
flight to
to
come.
Oh, that's what he did.
You think
That's
that
what he did. He
cookies
brought
and
me for that.
babysitting is enough to buy somebody's
And then she
testimony?
saw me put a poster or whatever on that.
My friend, let me tell you, you have a big problem. you're obviously a homophobe.
That is
So
he-
apparently this is your problem and you have no evidence. Let me tell you this. I am going to call the owner of his apartment and I am going to tell him that you are interfering with his rental agreement. That he has a good
How am I
rental agreement.
interfering?
He's kept it
How
for
about-
5 years. This guy has paid his
On
rent,
time.
has
How
lived there
about him
peacefully,
working
and
hard?
you are the one trying to break that agreement and that lease agreement. And as far as I'm concerned, that is a malicious interference with a business relationship, which is really actionable in court and worthy of a lot of
invite us.
money. You may end up paying the rest of his lease, the rest of his rental agreement, because you are truthfully interfering.
Was $5,000
And now I'm going
enough?
to tell you something. I don't know that you vandalized his auto or not. I suspect you did, but I'm fair. I am not going to charge you with that. I'm not going to do any of that. What I am going to do is I am going to give him $1,500 out of your pocket because you have been interfering with his peacefulness and with his living, and you've been charging him extra for something
have not.
the rest of the tenants
I have not been charging
free.
him extra.
And for those
Thank you,
reasons,
Dr. Polo.
this is the way I rule. Rock on and peace out to you, baby.